You're back here on the show. Interesting conversation with Mr. Ignatieff, and I would like to explore further your choices and how you vote and why you vote and maybe some of the more bizarre reasons as to why you make those choices. And we'll do it all on this little thing we like to call... I mean, think about Ignatieff, right? Think about Michael Ignatieff. He starts, it's like the evolutionary run. He starts like from academia, then he grows. He come back to Canada, bigger in politics, head of the big red machine, thinks he's gonna be the prime minister, then the grueling meat grinder that is the federal election, back to America, back to meat grinder, and back to academia. Tough. Tough run for a guy that a lot of people thought was gonna be the guy, but it didn't happen to be, and part of the reason was because people couldn't connect to him. So be honest, when was the last time you ever even understood a politician's policies?
Policies?
Yeah.
Remember the Rhinoceros Party?
I do.
Yeah. Their policies were quite simple to follow, and there were ones you could get behind. They wanted to repeal the law of gravity.
Right.
I'm in. They wanted to put the national debt on Visa.
Yeah.
Again, I'm in. And my favorite, they wanted to count the 1,000 islands, make sure the Americans hadn't stolen any.
Right.
So these are all policies you can get behind.
Well, if you think about what we're doing with Arctic sovereignty, it's possible.
Yes.
It is possible. You know?
For me, it was 1997, last year in high school.
Yeah.
Student council, Steve Cordoba was running to legalize marijuana.
Right.
And that was, he had my vote.
Legalize it in the school, huh? Really good, really good.
What kind of school did you go to?
George, I grew up in Mississauga.
Right.
Where we've had the same mayor my entire life.
Dude, she's been the same mayor your parents' entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I honestly just figured out that things can happen in elections.
Have you ever voted for somebody because you like the person, even though you just couldn't connect to the policy?
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, just, because people go, oh, I don't know about the party, but I like the guy, I like the girl, I want to vote for them. Have you ever made that vote?
Yeah, well, one time I voted for a guy even though he said that women shouldn't own cars.
Right.
But I heard him on the radio say that he liked Pearl Jam, so I just voted for him. Sorry, ladies.
Where were you living, in Saudi Arabia at the time?
Yeah, briefly. Yeah. That's where I started comedy.
You like Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam is a good enough reason as any. How about you?
You know, I'm from Quebec.
Yeah.
And
that's the punchline right there.
That's
by the way.
it. Exactly.
That's the political punchline right there.
Exactly. And Pauline Marois in power. I don't want to say that I voted for her, but I do like her. I went to school with her kids, actually, high school with her kids. Very nice, very down to earth. Right, they spoke English perfectly. I don't know if she knows it though, but it's been the best. Pauline Marois has been the best for my career. Right now, everybody wants to know what I think about this value of charter, what I think about her policies.
Because you took off all the boxes?
That's it, exactly. Woman, Palestinian, Muslim, immigrant, the whole thing. So
you can get your own radio show on CBC then?
Exactly. I have a name and everything.
What's it going to be called?
Eman el-Husseini Unveiled.
Pat's super pissed because that was his name for his show. What's the goofiest reason you ever voted for somebody?
Hairstyle. It was Robert Borden. It was a while ago, but I did. That guy knew how to party.
Is there something really bad that can happen when you vote for the person as opposed to voting for the policy?
Oh, I guess they could, I don't know, end up getting photographed smoking crack or something. Everything's really run by the corporations anyway, so, you know, make it like who you'd vote for in Dancing with the Stars, person with the best jazz hands.
All right. And because we don't want to be in a position where we just talk about the things that we don't like, we want to talk about what we might like, so we're going to get them to pick their perfect leaders for this glorious nation of ours, even if it means from beyond the grave. That's next. On the program, we're having this conversation about voting. Let me give you an option. Go back, someone in the past, somebody who's now dead. Yeah. You could bring him back to run this glorious dominion of ours. Who would it be?
Well, first, I have to say I'm totally opposed to having reanimated corpses run the country. I've seen Walking Dead.
Right,
the Senate.
So under protest.
Yes. Under protest, honestly, Jack Layton.
Really?
Yeah, sincerely. I thought he was... someone who I related to, and also I wanted applause.
Right. How about a hand for the panel, everybody? Pat Thornton, of course. You can see Pat Thornton where? What are you going to promote? Where are you at?
I'm on here sometimes. I'm around.
That's it. I'm walking around. And of course, Eman's got a monthly show, Montreal's Comedy Works, September the 29th. And the Right Honourable Colin Mochrie has got a book coming out on the 22nd of October. It's called Not Quite the Classics. What a pleasure to be with all of you. Good things, Canada. Watch this.